Yo, so what is up, everybody on YouTube? Today we are back with a brand new video, and for today's video, it's going to be an absolute banger, like always. For today's video, we are going to sim through the 2019 NBA season and see what happens. Honestly, this offseason was one of the craziest ones I've ever witnessed in my life, with KD and Kyrie going to the Nets, and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. So, honestly, the league was completely shaken up by what happened, and it could be a lot of different teams' championship this year for the first time in a while. So as you can see, we already hopped into the sim. And if you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, along with putting notifications on for this channel. We're going to be grinding throughout 2K19, and we're going to be going right into 2K20 with that same energy. We're going to be making my league videos and a whole bunch of what ifs, and you know what this channel is all about. And if you want more of that, please be sure to like the video. But here we are at the end of the season. MVP goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not a big surprise there. He is an amazing player. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. He sweeps it from under Zion's feet. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Dennis the Menace. But it's for sure going to be interesting to see how the playoffs worked out and who made it and who really didn't with all these changes in the NBA. So, first team, James Harden, Chris Paul. Surprised to see Chris Paul on the Thunder on the All-NBA first team, not gonna lie. Giannis, LeBron, and Nikola Jokic rounding out the All-NBA first team. Looking at the All-NBA second team, Russ, Ben Simmons, AD, Siakam, and Embiid. Third team, Ja Morant, Kyrie, Zion, and Ayton. So some very interesting names, I feel. It's crazy that both James Harden ended up on the first team along with Russ on the second team. So in 2K at least, it's going to work out for them. So let's look at the standings real quick and see who was trash and who wasn't. So Jimmy Butler and the Heat, the worst team in the East still, even after getting Jimmy buckets. They still only got 22 wins. The Wizards squad, I guess Bradley Beal still couldn't do enough. Second worst team in the East. The third worst team in the East is the Chicago Bulls. Very young core, has potential eventually. The Pacers are the fourth worst team in the East, even after acquiring Malcolm Brogdon. So nothing they could have really done there. The fifth worst team in the East, surprisingly, is the Cavs. The Cavs bumped themselves up a lot from where they were, which is honestly pretty interesting because they didn't make that big of upgrades in the offseason. The Hornets, of course, don't make playoffs. They are trash. The Pistons barely miss out on playoffs. The 8th seed goes to the Celtics, who no longer have Kyrie. The 7th seed goes to the Knicks. That is insane. RJ Barrett carried them. The 6th seed goes to the Magic, which is also kind of insane. The 5th seed to the Atlanta Hawks. The 4th seed to the Raptors. The 3rd seed to the Knicks without KD, which is crazy. The 2nd seed goes to the Bucks. And of course, the 1st seed goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now let's take a look at the West and see what happened. The Kings somehow are the worst team in the West, followed by the Timberwolves, followed by Luka Doncic and the boys, followed by Dame Lillard, followed by Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. The Suns made a playoff push with Ricky Rubio. The Warriors actually missed playoffs with Steph and D'Angelo Russell, which is crazy. The Thunder still make playoffs somehow. The Pelicans make playoffs. The Spurs make playoffs. The Jazz make playoffs. The Nuggets, the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Rockets were the best team in the West. So definitely a very interesting battle going on there. But let's look at some of the player stats and see if anything crazy happened. And of course, I accidentally clicked on the NBA playoff stats. So give me a quick second. But here we go. So looking at who did what throughout the season, the 29.3 points per game for Kyrie Irving is insane. Devin Booker over 20 points per game, of course. Bradley Beal, Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Joel Embiid, Blake Griffin, Kristaps came back and had a good year. Ja Morant did his thing. No real surprises on this list. almost 24 points per game for Chris Paul at this point in his career is pretty surprising to me. The league leader in rebounds was Hassan Whiteside? That's weird. 9.9. Chris Paul had a great season, it looks like. And apparently Hassan Whiteside stepped things up a ton on the Trailblazers, which is insane in itself. So we're going to sim through this round of the playoffs and see kind of who did what. So, the Sixers up 3-0 to start off on the Celtics. It's not looking like the Celtics have a very good chance here at all. The Magic have already been eliminated by the Nets 4-2 zippity day. The Thunder get 4-0'd by the Rockets. The Nuggets take out the Jazz 4-1. So lots of interesting things going on here. Joel and Tobias Poole out for the squad. Kemba couldn't do it all himself. Toronto does beat the Hawks in 7 to go to the second round to face the Sixers once again. The Bucks, of course, beat that Knicks team that I'm not really sure how it was the 7th seed in general. Let's see. Will Barton puts up 23 points. The Lakers, of course, win their series against the Spurs team, and the Clippers, of course, beat the Pelicans, so no real surprise there, but Lou Will did drop 38 points in that final game, which is a little crazy. So looking at the matchups, there's some interesting matchups here. Rockets versus Nuggets, Bucks versus Nets, Philly versus Toronto once again, and the Lakers versus the Clippers. So LA's battling it out, but the Clippers actually do get shut down in 5 games to the Lakers. So does the Rockets. The Rockets also destroy the Nuggets in 5. The Sixers do finally defeat the Raptors without Kawhi in 6. And the Bucks beat that Nets squad in 7 games. So you got Philly versus the Bucks, Houston versus the Lakers. Let's see what goes on here. The Bucks just got 4-0 swept by the Sixers, and so did the Lakers. 4-0 sweep by the Rockets. That's pretty crazy. So this Rockets squad will be taking on this Sixers squad to see who can win the championship. The Sixers up 3-0, so you know what that means. We're going to hop into the Simcast and see if they can take it right here in 4 games. So, let's see. So here we are. The Sixers are up 12 points with 20 seconds left. And it's pretty safe to say with Joel Embiid grabbing that rebound that this is their series to win. Ben Simmons gets blocked, puts it up again, and gets a bucket. So we're just going to sim to the end of this to show who is the champ. So here we are. The Sixers are the 2019-2020 NBA champions, sweeping the Houston Rockets 4-2. 0, which is kind of insane, honestly. With all the big dogs that were supposed to be in this year playing, you had the Lakers, the Clippers, you had the Bucks, you had just so many good teams this year in the NBA, so many good teams, and the Sixers pull it out with Ben Simmons, Al Horford, Embiid, Tobias Harris, and let's not forget Josh Richardson. You know, Richardson has to go over there and dap up Russ. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe for your boy. And I'm going to leave my Twitch in the description below if you want to help me grind on Twitch, because we just hit affiliate and we're on our way to partner. It's going to happen eventually, I promise. But we're going to see who gets MVP. So, obviously the Sixers win, and I think that the MVP goes to Ben Simmons. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, see Ben Simmons. If you like this content, please